Yes.
You're fleshing this out in a safe place.
Yes.
In a safe place.
Yes.
If you had a bunch of people here, it'd be different, but you're fleshing it out. So
Today on Inspired Living Ladies, I sit down with my childhood best friend, Deborah Milstead. She and I have been best friends since the 5th grade, and our friendship continues to blossom. So join us as we discuss motherhood, spiritual growth, and how to stay true to yourself in an ever-changing world.
All right, in 3, 2,
wait a minute, where we
1.
I know, right? Cameron, you need to tell us where we're going. Hello, I am Gina Johnson Hall, and I welcome you to Inspired Living Ladies, where we are women, we live on purpose, and we live inspired. I'm going to welcome my girlfriend Deborah Milstead, and we're just going to sit and chit-chat for a minute. We're just going to sit and authentically share our hearts because we've been inspired to. Inspired, in spirit. This is just a calling, so I'm not going to keep going. Deborah, welcome, love you. Thank you for just willing to support and be a part of whatever I do. I'm going to let Deborah tell you who she is for those of you who don't know her.
Hi, I'm Deborah. I'm a native of Camden County, graduated, class of 1984. And I presently live in Camden County and work in Camden County. I've been with the school system for quite a long time, and I've met a lot of wonderful kids and parents and local community people, and just love to be in Camden County, love what I do, and love the people in Camden. And I'm really excited about this new format that Gina has started. I've been inspired by so many women in Camden County, and including Gina herself, and so hopefully we can share a couple of nuggets that's been inspirational for us, and hopefully will inspire some folks out there.
That's awesome. It's coming in close contact with young ladies every day. What do you say to yourself? What is it that, is your story as being a elementary school principal?
I think the biggest thing that I always want to resonate with our young girls is that there's so much power in being a little girl. There's so much power in being a young lady. There's so much power in women. I think I can't remember what poet that said that women are the workhorses of the world. And I think if they know their power and they know what they can accomplish, they can do just great things. I've seen girls that just blossom into beautiful young ladies with just having some encouragement. And so one thing that I always want to, and I always talk to my girls about, is making sure that they support each other, that if they are having conflicts, that they come together, they talk about their conflicts, and they talk about the strengths of each other and how they can be strong together. We always tease my girls about girl power.
Wow.
I love my little boys, I love my girls, but I think we have a obligation to instill strength in our girls, and I think our girls are living in the best times.
Love it.
Best times.
And so much, while you were saying that, I could just hear so much and see so much. So much of what you just said has been the very things that have been inspiring me and welling up on the inside of me as I see, young women, and as I see women taking their rightful place. And then there is women young ladies that you want to reach, that that if they just had that extra push, if they just saw, positivity around them, that there would be no limits to what they could do. If they just got the right information or the right teaching or the right encouragement, what they could do. For you and I, we're at a certain age now and a certain stage now.
Don't tell that.
I ain't finna say it. And we're just, for me, I speak for myself, I'm coming into my power in some areas where, I've been, I don't want to say intimidated per se by what I didn't have or what I didn't feel like I possessed. And I've grown to know now that just knowing who I am, knowing that I am a powerful woman on the inside, and knowing that I've been created in God's image and I'm his daughter, that brings a great level of power to me and how to operate and move in that power. And when you come to know that, you want to teach other women that and share that, and you want to support other women in that. And one of the things that you said that was awesome to me was knowing your power and coming together, how that resonates. And that's what this forum is about. It's about coming together. You and I, as we sit here, the synergy that we share resonates with women out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that some of you will say to yourself, you know, I sense the power. You know, I want to be a part of what you're doing. I've been sitting here at home and I've been saying to myself, what can I do to be involved? You know, if so, let us know. I have a Facebook page, Inspired Living Ladies, and another one, Inspired Living. Join that page. Join that page. Hit me up on Messenger, Gina Johnson Hall, and or Gina Johnson Hall on Facebook, and just make contact with me. And through that, we can get this movement started. How important is it to you to have that circle of support, of friendship or sisterhood?
It's really important. We've been friends since 5th grade, and you know, our bond has grown, but it's also important to have a group that supports you, that encourages you, that's truthful to you. And you know, I'm not saying having a huge circle, because I don't have a huge circle, but I have some key friends that I go to that encourage me, that just listen, or you know, are just always there. We're not on the phone. I was talking to a girlfriend the other day, and you know, and we were just saying, we don't talk every day, you know, because our lives are busy, and you know, our just lives are busy or what have you. But we know that when we call each other, we're always there. That's extremely important, you know, and you know, what in our everyday lives, whether it's business, whether it's spiritual circle, whether whatever it is, I think that's extremely important.
That's awesome. And you might be saying, you know, well, I don't have that. Pray. I mean, that's the only thing I know to tell you as to how to get it. You know, it's amazing if you pray and ask God for the right friends, for the right connections, how he'll send it. You know, he just divinely orchestrated, you know, our relationship. You know, who knew, you know, that however blah many years later that we would still be, you know, the friends that we are today. And you know, whenever I'm going through something, you know, certain time I call her and vice versa. But it, you know, it's God. You know what I'm saying? It's through prayer. If you don't have that, ask him, and he'll send the right people your way, because really that is what has been important, you know.
And you have to be open to it. I think when you talk about praying, I think you have to be open to receive what he gives you. And it doesn't have to look like you. It doesn't have to walk and talk like you. It can be something that's completely different, because I find I get so much from so many different, I say so many different, it's a small circle, but I get so much from my different variety of folks that's in my life, and we need that. But when you do pray about that, you have to be open to what he is giving you, and you can't say, oh, I'm not that, that's not me, I don't want to go there, and you know, but just be open to what he sends he sends you, because you know, all my friends don't have to look and be like us.
That's so
we
awesome.
can just be, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
I see, that's so
I
good
just
right
gain
there.
this from you and gain that from her, and you know.
It sounds like what you're saying is you got to be humble.
Ooh, you got to be real humble.
Really humble. And you know, that's the thing. You know, even in your position, I see you as a humble person. I see your humility. You know, and it's like, even after you know, years of, you know, of going on or whatever, for the lack of a better word, you know, we know that we can learn from other people. We're open to learning from a younger generation. We're open to learning from people who don't look like us, who are not our same age. You know what I'm saying? Even our peers, it's like you have to be the type person that you don't have to always be right. You don't have to always have your way. You don't have to take the spotlight,
Control the conversation.
control the conversation. Okay, sometimes I'll be in conversation with people and I'll be thinking, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it's not so much, it's just a growth thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as women, we've got to be willing to grow and to be in a circle that makes you better.
There you
She
go.
makes me
There you
better.
go.
You
There
know
you
what I'm
go.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm not jealous of her. If
Mhm.
anything, when I see her accomplishments, I'm inspired, number one, because I know where she came from. I saw the struggle, and even if I didn't see the struggle, I don't get off on the fact that she struggled. I'm encouraged to know that if I saw you do it, I can do it.
But you know that also
You know?
takes maturity.
Yeah.
That also takes
Yeah.
maturity. You
Yes.
have to get to that point, and you don't have to get to that point by just being older. You can get to that point in your 20s, and
Right.
you know,
Love
and
it,
just
love
being
it, love it,
a
love
friend
it.
of yourself and loving yourself
Oh,
enough
gosh.
to know that, you know, I can do that too, or I can have that too, or I can grow to that too. Or it's okay to say her shoes are nice, or her hair looks
Okay,
good, or her skin is
exactly,
flawless.
exactly.
It's okay to say those
Yes.
things. Say those things. Make
Yes,
yourself say those
yes,
things. Even
that's
if you don't
right,
think it,
that's
make yourself
right,
say
that's
those things.
right, that's
Because you know what you give out comes back to you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I appreciate about you is, although we are similar, we've been different in some aspects, because I would look at you and I would see you do the delayed gratification thing. Wherein my personality is, I want it now, I want it right now, and whatever I got to do to get it, we supposed to go and get it. You know what I'm saying? But when I looked at you, I saw you have delayed gratification. I saw you drive your car
Very delayed until the wheels came off.
until the
Actually,
wheels literally came off. I saw you, you know, just not to talk about her materialistic things, but I saw her, you know, have a child, start out school, get her AA degree, then get her bachelor's degree, then get her master's degree, then get her doctorate degree, being a single mother. You know what I'm saying? I saw you able to get your car, your house, your rise up in your career, start off as a secretary. Were you a secretary or something? And then, she ain't gonna tell you. Then do the next thing, and then, you know, take some time to climb the ladder. You know what I mean? And sometimes we're so quick to give up, to quit when things get hard. It's like, I just stop and blah blah blah. Take off, go here. It ain't work. Pew.
That's true.
And that's my personality. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to admit it, because over the years, sometimes God will put things in front of you, not for you to be jealous of, but for you to learn from. For the key word that you said was to mature. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I've told you, you might not remember, but I look at you and I've been encouraged, not only encouraged, but I saw a good lesson. I saw, you know what I'm saying? I saw things played out in front of me, you know, along with my mom and the women in my life. I saw things lived out in front of me that I took a lesson from. And I said to myself, okay, this does work. Have patience. Don't be so quick to want to have stuff so quick overnight. I might not have said that to you, but I said that to myself.
But
And I
you
was
know,
like, I
with
saw
that
her.
being said, though, you know, I think I'm naturally slow and steady, but I also appreciate the hustle.
Yeah, because I will.
I also appreciate the hustle, because sometimes you have to put a fire up under me. There's been a lot of times you had to put a fire up under me. And so I think that's the yin and yang of our relationship, and I think that's what I want so much for so many young ladies to have, is that yin and yang. Not every person that is in your circle has to be exactly like you. You need a yin and yang, a complement, because I am slow and steady, but I appreciate and respect the hustle. I appreciate and respect the hustle, and you put a fire up under me, you know, and like I said, you know, I have a really good circle out there, and I think that's necessary, and you know, we have mothers that are going to be cute until, you know, that's inspirational, and you know, and friends that tell it like it is,
Yep. That's good.
and keep you moving along. So yeah, but I think I'm just naturally so slow and steady.
Okay, so back in the day, you know, I know in the African American community, we have churches, our barber shops, our beauty salons. Those were the places where we as people would congregate and support one another and talk about, you know, everything. We didn't have the internet, we didn't have texting and all that kind of stuff, social media. We had those places. Nowadays, you know, social media is a great tool, but we still need that, you know, connection with one another. So where do we go from here when we ask that question? I think it is, you know, like what you and I do, you know, finding that circle, finding those people that you can feel connected to, because with social media, I know a lot of times people feel disconnected.
Right.
Even myself, sometimes I can, you know, get here alone and just be in my own little world. And nowadays, we've got to address what is it that each of us can do to make a difference in our community. I know I kind of hit around a lot of points, but it's just so much on the inside of me that I feel, you know, that I just feel led and called and have just this hunger to, you know, make a difference. And you can't be everywhere. I know I can't. So one of the things is to serve and be of service every day wherever I am. So, and that's the encouragement that I want to give to other people. It is whoever you come in contact with, the friends, the relationships that you have in your life. You know, I make a decision that I'm going to be a peacemaker, regardless of, you know, the response I get back or the response that I'm given. The responsibility never leaves me. You know what I mean? It's like just because that it's up to me, my reaction. My reaction is up to me. Of course, I'm gonna be a little hurt sometimes, a little angry sometimes, but it's like I have to take into consideration, what do I want this relationship to look like? What do I want the atmosphere around me to be like? You know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity yesterday, you know, with a relative. They can say things, sometimes people can say things and fly off the handle because of where they are and what they're going through, and it's to get a reaction out of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where do we go from here? It's like what we see going on in the world today, not be reactionary, but to decide to be a peacemaker wherever we are, you know, with whomever we're with.
I think that starts it. I do. I think that starts it. You know, just being supportive of each other, being a peacemaker, choosing joy, over distress and stress, and giving your power to joy, not power to all of that negative stuff. Because there's so much negative. You turn on the TV and it's all out there, and I think we do have a choice at what we have coming into our environment and coming into our existence. We have a choice as to whether it's going to be negative or positive, and I myself choose joy.
I love that. Okay, so we're going to, you know, as we end this just awesome fiery session today, we say to you, choose joy.
Choose joy. Choose joy.
Choose joy. And we just speak, you know, the peace of God, you know, over you, your family, your home, your friends, your life, blessings to you. This is a blessed day. You have another opportunity that God has given you, you know, breath being breathed into your body, another opportunity, another chance to, you know, get it right, make it right, you know, live big. Oh, I like that. Live big. You know what I'm saying? Don't play it small. Believe in God and believe in yourself. And just remember that we're women. We are living on purpose and we are living inspired. We love you. Peace.
Good job. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was good.
Yep.